So I recently rebuilt slash revamped my studio, and I wish I would have done it forever ago. My top priorities were cable management, power management, overall vibe, and then just a freshness to the space. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like this video, much appreciated as always. So for the cable management, if you haven't seen the video yet, I actually took an IKEA desk and modified it. So the desk would include a cable management setup and a power management setup as well. And so far that desk is killing it. I absolutely love it. For $100, I am so happy with it. I would highly recommend you look at doing something similar, maybe the same thing, something slightly different. I cannot say enough good things about it. Bang for buck. I couldn't imagine getting anything better. And if you want to see how to make that desk, I will put the link in the description below. For the power management, of course, that is part of the desk build, but also I just decided to kind of streamline the way I was using my outlets and power sources. And it's way better now. Before I felt like I had 20 different power strips I turn on, turn off for certain other things, and now I kind of have it tamed down to just one main source. The overall vibe of the space is a million times better. I decided to kind of space everything out, lower the heights of my monitors and TV, and kind of just give the room more of a landscape feel. Some things are kind of out of reach. I'm sitting there, which is totally fine. They're things I don't use all the time. And the main reason I want to kind of space things out, because everything felt claustrophobic. Everything was within arm's reach, but it also felt like I was kind of stuck in a hole with all my gear. And that I didn't like too much. Even though things are spread out more, the vibe of the space is much, much better now. I moved my keyboard from in front of me to over on a stand to the right of me. I took my TV off the shelf, so now I have an open shelf for either storage or decoration or whatever the heck I want. And taking my TV off that shelf and putting it on a stand and lowering it let so much more daylight into the room, which was a big goal of mine. More daylight, spaced out, landscape feel to the room, and it is just infinitely better. I don't seem to get worn out as much in this space. So 2 recent upgrades for myself, the Fractal Alpha 65s and this space. I feel like I can write for hours and hours and hours and hours now, where before I feel like I'd get fatigued because of the claustrophobic space and my old monitors. But now that I have these new monitors in this new space, I feel like I can mix forever and I do not get fatigued. I'm loving it. And of course the freshness factor. I think that just comes with moving things around. It feels like a new space, same everything, but just things have been moved around, so it kind of just gets me excited. It feels new, you know what I'm talking about. So the following is the process of me taking everything out, cleaning, rearranging, and then kind of putting everything back in place. So we're gonna go from this shot to this shot. All right, today is the day I'm rebuilding slash revamping slash re-inspiring my studio. It all honestly started with this desk. It's falling apart, screws are falling out of it. When I type on it or do any type of work or mixing, it wiggles around, play keyboard, it wiggles around. It all started with the idea of getting a studio desk. And then from there, I'm like, well, why don't I rearrange the whole space? Because one thing I love about being down here is I have a window just right there behind my monitor, but it doesn't get all the light that I would like into the room. And so I'm not gonna rip down a wall or build a window or anything like that. I figured how can I utilize that one window a little bit more to let more daylight in? Well, one thing I figured I could do was to remove the television slash my monitor that sits in front of it that covers up maybe a quarter of it. So then again, that led to one thing, which led to another, which led to another, and now I'm just gonna rearrange the whole space and kind of rebuild it to re-inspire what I wanna do. And I figured since I make a living sitting in front of my computer at this location, I might as well make it lovely. So what I'm gonna do now is show you some of the things that I don't like about my current setup and what I'm wanting to fix with it. And then I'm gonna rip it all out, clean up, move it all back in. All right, first things first, that is the mix station. Now I've already kind of done some work to prep for moving everything. For example, I did a video recently about my speakers. I took the soundproofing off behind that one. I removed my sub. But one thing I hate about this area, well, 2 things. One, this keyboard, I love it, but it makes this area feel a little claustrophobic. And with this table I have, let me show you how it's falling apart. With this table I have, I don't trust it on there that much. And I don't want to spend, $600, $700, $800, $1,000 on a table. So I made one, which you'll see here shortly in this video. And when I say made one, I'm gonna put that in quotes. Another thing I didn't like about the setup, and a lot of it's because of this desk, is the cable management. It is disgusting. It's just cables everywhere. So I'm hoping to get that fixed with my new setup. Another thing is back in this area, it always was kind of a confusing spot to have. I was consistently, rotating things in and out, filling up space with certain things, soundproofing, whatever it was. So that's gonna kind of revamp, hopefully. Yeah, and this area right here, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Right now, I thought putting an ottoman in here would be awesome, and it actually has been in storage. but it's also just another horizontal surface for me to put some of my shit on. So I want to get better at that, not just stack things on there, and maybe find a better home for it. Maybe a stage right there. I'm not sure. I hate the color of that thing. I guess I'll keep it for now, but we'll see. It might vanish sometime soon. All right, so that was a quick rundown of what I'm working with right now. A couple things I'm probably not gonna do in this video is I really wanna kind of dial in the lighting. I want to get some different color temperature lights in here to kind of, you know, create more daylight feel. I will probably be buying some new furniture, like to replace this cabinet setup, but for the most part, rearranging, rebuilding, some equipment moving around. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of get everything recentered, refocused, and go from there. So I'm gonna get everything just rearranged, put it in its new spots, and then see what I'm missing at that point. Heck, I might have everything I need in this room already, or I might need to go buy a few things, give it some time and feel out the space more, or maybe it'll be perfect. As soon as I set up, it'll be perfect, but I doubt that. So anyway, I'm gonna put some tunes on and I'm gonna start removing some stuff. Alright, so here's the space, all cleared out. Time to hit it with a vacuum and then start throwing some stuff back in it. There you have it, the studio revamped, rebuild, refresh, whatever you want to call it. If you're feeling stagnant in your creative space, do something about it. Move some things around, get some new lights, which I'm still working on. I want to get some more new lights. It feels so good to kind of churn it all over again, and it feels like you're starting fresh. Then it seems like fresh ideas come. I love it. I wish I'd done it a while ago. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see ya. I'm gonna go write some music now.